Hi everyone, welcome to this video about Avengers Infinity War. And yes, I have seen the movie, because I went to the midnight release. So, this is going to be your only warning, but there are going to be massive spoilers in this video. So if you don't want to hear the spoilers, now's your chance to turn the video off. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going into the video. So, first of all, in the trailer, Hulk appears in this scene. Now, this doesn't even really happen in the movie. Well, at least not exactly like this, because at this point in the movie, Bruce Banner is in the Hulkbuster costume. So anyway, that seems to be false marketing and advertising. Just like this here, because Ant-Man isn't even in the movie. And Hawkeye's not in it either. Nevertheless, it was a good movie. I mean, obviously, like most movies, it had unexpected and expected things. So basically, loads of characters disappear at the end of the movie, like they're being wiped from time. But for some reason, there are certain characters who are left behind, like Captain America, Rocket, and this woman here are amongst the characters left behind. And even, like, Bruce Banner and Black Widow are left behind as well. And War Machine. Can't remember whether Winter Soldier disappears or not. But Black Panther definitely disappears. And I'm sure, Falcon does as well. I'm not definitely sure about that because I'm just trying to remember all of the facts about the movie. Because literally there's like so much going on in this movie that it's hard to keep up with what exactly is going on at times. But yeah, Red Skull is apparently still alive because he's in this movie. So, Doctor Strange disappears. He doesn't even meet Cap at all. So, Comic Book Cast 2 was right about Loki dying, so he must have got that from a credible source. That was no surprise. That was expected. Well, a lot of people, including my brother, thought that Captain America was going to die for some reason, but he actually survived. So, you know, I mean, he hasn't officially become Nomad yet, but you know, I mean, he's going to eventually because it's so obvious. Like, I think there's certain like news stories on the internet about it. So, basically, Gamora dies because Thanos kills her. Um, I'm not sure if there's any hope of Loki and Gamora coming back because they didn't disappear like the others. They were killed by Thanos. So, yeah, I mean... So, you see, like, Wong and Pepper Potts in this movie, but you don't really know, like, what happens to them as such, because, like, Wong goes back to protect, Doctor Strange's home. I think it's called the Sanctuary, if I remember rightly. And then you don't see him again. So, like, basically, Ned, Spider-Man's friend, he's on a bus in a certain scene, and then that's all you see of him for the whole movie. So we don't really know what the fuck happens to him either. You don't see MJ or Aunt May in this movie, so we don't know what happens to them. But we do know that Spider-Man disappears. He's one of the people who freaking disappears. But obviously, like, he's obviously coming back somehow because a Spider-Man sequel is planned. Just like Black Panther and Doctor Strange are going to come back somehow because sequels to their films are planned as well. So there's a point in the movie where Bruce Banner phones Captain America up, so maybe he could have told him about Doctor Strange, but like Doctor Strange and Cap have never met face to face though, so would they know who each other were if they met face to face? Like, unless he actually said, "I'm Doctor Stephen Strange" to Captain America. Like, so, like, it's like Doctor Strange is in which the key to this whole thing, because Thanos has made time go wrong, so they need Doctor Strange back somehow to make time right again. But how would Captain America know to get him back if he doesn't even know who he is? Unless, of course, Bruce Banner did tell him about Doctor Strange. So, like, basically, Iron Man's left alone, like, on a random planet, at the end of the film, and, because all of the people around him disappear. So, like, I think, to be honest, he's going to turn into some sort of hermit, just like Luke in Last Jedi. So, like, the Infinity Gauntlet, it seems like it's been destroyed because Thanos overpowered it. But, like, how the fuck was he opening the portals, though? Was he, like, using the gauntlet to open the portals? And if so, how did he open a portal after the gauntlet was basically destroyed? But there we go. Maybe that's just, like, plot holes that could go on Cinema Sins. I don't fucking know. But, like, is it just to do with the Time Stone, or is it to do with the Reality Stone as well? Or is it to do with all of the stones, in fact? Like, because is it just, like, time that is changed, or have they actually switched realities? So are they now in a reality where the people who disappeared don't exist? Like, what if there was a shock twist that all of the people who disappeared actually survive, and then the people who didn't disappear end up dying? Is that what's going to happen in Avengers 4? Well, we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? So basically, like, Nick Fury and Maria Hill disappear, and it's quite funny because Nick Fury's like, "Motherfucker," when it happens. And, like, essentially, right, like, I think Captain Marvel's probably gonna, like, go to the planet that Iron Man is on and save him. So, I mean, like, Black Panther's mum wasn't even in this movie, so where the fuck was she? Like, there's one stupid bit in the movie, actually, where they lower a force field. Now, why did they do that? Like, when you watch the movie, you'll know what I mean, but I imagine if you're watching this video, you've already seen the bloody movie. But I guarantee that's going to be on Cinema Sins anyway. So, basically, like, the scientist woman in Wakanda, like, she gets, like, pushed to the floor by one of Thanos' people, and that's the last you see of her, so you don't really know what the bloody hell happens to her either. I know I'm probably being overly critical here, but still. Like, surely, like, the events that happen in this film should affect the entire MCU. Should, like, people in the Netflix shows and people in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and like, people in Runaways, they should disappear as well, shouldn't they? I mean, like, that whole storyline that's going on in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the moment, where Quake apparently quakes the Earth apart, like, surely, like, that would attract the attention of the Avengers. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, maybe, as far as the Avengers are concerned, that never happens because the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. managed to make time right or something. I don't know, I haven't got that far into the season yet. Personally, I bloody hope that they go back to the events of Avengers 1 in Avengers 4, and they stop Coulson from dying. But then that would Wouldn't that just like eradicate the entirety of Agents of Shield? Or unless those events still happen, but with the proper Coulson instead of the new Coulson. Like, oh my god, that's just going like really like more complicated than the friggin' X-Men timeline, isn't it? So, Cap hasn't met Star-Lord. Vision and Scarlet Witch, like, they basically haven't met the Guardians properly. Like, all they did was catch a glimpse of Rocket and Groot. I mean, to be honest, the Watchers are bound to be in Avengers 4 because they'll be like, oh, we can't allow this to happen. We've got to intervene. Like, yeah. I mean, that's, like, they had to intervene in the Marvel Alliance video game, didn't they? I mean, to be honest, Thanos reversing time in this movie kind of reminded me of what's going on in Gotham at the moment with Barbara reversing time and stopping Tabitha from being killed by Ra's al Ghul. So yeah, if I remember rightly, Nebula survives. I mean, characters dying and characters disappearing and whatnot, it's like they're just doing it to be controversial. Like, it's like, oh, Spider-Man's dead, but we're going to bring him back in a future movie anyway. So it's like they're going in the same direction as DC when they killed off Superman and then they bloody brought him back again. Oh my god. I mean, like, it's like the Avengers theme tune, it played throughout the movie, but I was expecting like a massive bombastic like theme tune at the end of the movie where all of the Avengers come together and they're doing their fighting and whatnot. But no, it seems like they're saving that for Avengers 4. Probably because Thanos wins in this movie, basically. So there wouldn't be a theme tune when they're taking Thanos down because they didn't take Thanos down. So it's like, yeah, I mean, so it's not overly convenient that the people who could sort this mess out have disappeared. Like Doctor Strange being one of them. Like, it's not as if War Machine's gonna do much, is it? Like, that's why they did it for, to make this friggin' tough for the heroes. And put them under so much pressure. It's like they're saying, oh, War Machine, you got to prove your worth even though you got injured in Civil War. Is it at all possible that our heroes haven't been wiped from time and they've just been reduced down to a minute size so that Ant-Man could save them? Yeah, just imagine that.